to stay up is key to their relegation battle.
If we compare the two, is Lukaku your pick? Is he better?
Yeah, he's better all round at 23 years of age. His all-round game's coming. 12 goals this season we've seen is important. He's understanding his build-up play. Both of the Belgian strikers scored in a reverse fixture at Goodison early in the season, so it's a nice contrast between the two. But with the young players coming into this side now, Romelu Lukaku, it's so important that Everton keep him. He continues scoring goals for them if they want to get and break into that top six.
OK, that game, as I say, is on CNBC. 3 other matches at 10 o'clock Eastern on Premier League Extra Time for you. Bournemouth-Watford, Middlesbrough-West Ham, West Brom against Sunderland. And don't forget the big one of the weekend is over on NBC, 12:30 kickoff between Manchester City and Tottenham. But we'll be with you right up until 12:30 here on NBCSN. So let's drop around those other 3 games on Premier League Extra Time. First to the South Coast, Bournemouth against Watford. What has happened to Watford, Kyle?
To be fair to Walter Mansari, injuries in AFCON have ripped through this team a little bit. They're missing a lot of key players. That being said, they look so disorganized. I looked at the beginning of that Middlesbrough game, and there were for the first 5 minutes players pointing all over the place, trying to figure out where they were even supposed to be on the field. So organizationally, they just don't look good, and I think a Gallo-Dini partnership that we loved in the past is probably gone.
Let's go to the Riverside, Middlesbrough against West Ham. Robbie, clearly, Aitor Karanka has identified goals as an issue because he's brought in Patrick Bamford and Rudy Justez so far this window to try and help this man out, Negredo.
Yeah, none of those two proven, though, at this level, Rebecca. And they're only 4 points above the relegation zone, still can't breathe easily, got the worst attack in the league with 17 goals, been held goalless on 9 occasions. And if I'm one of the bottom 3 teams and thinking who we could drag into the fight, Middlesbrough would be that team. They are looking at Boyan from Stoke. He would give them something, but it's a big game for them today.
Someone they could really do with, this man, Jermaine Defoe for Sunderland. They go to West Brom today. Yeah,
well, they're not going to get him. But unfortunately for Jermaine Defoe, it doesn't look like the quality of reinforcements that they'll need are coming into the football club. David Moyes has been talking about, I'm not going to be able to bring any difference makers in. 12 months ago, Sam Allardyce, same situation, brought Jan Kirchhoff, Lamine Kone, Wabi Kazri. It changed the way that Sunderland went in the second half of the season. 21 points in 17 games, and they stayed up. This Sunderland team are up against it. Almost looks like the ownership might have thrown the towel in.
So Sunderland getting set to take on West Brom, and soon they'll be the focus of our latest Premier League download. 2 weeks from tomorrow, Roger Bennett hosts Never Lose Faith, the Sunderland AFC story, an in-depth look at how much the Black Cats mean to the local community. It's really good. Debuts Sunday, February the 5th on NBCSN. Let's take you, though, now somewhere else where the club means a huge amount to the community, and that's to Merseyside, where Liverpool today have been beaten by 3 goals to 2 at home at Anfield. Let's hear from both managers.
I asked you before the game, no overlooking the job today against Swansea with bigger games coming up, but it's some of your players, perhaps?
No. Look, if you watch the game, I hope you did it, then you cannot ask this question usually, because they tried everything. It was not about concentration, it was in the situations around the goals. It was really bad, it was really disappointing, absolutely, but it's not that we think about other things than this game.
Congratulations doesn't seem a big enough way to start this, but what were the keys to the victory for you?
I think our togetherness out on the field. First half, I thought we defended really well and frustrated Liverpool. Made it difficult for them to get through us. When it went wide and they did get crosses into the box, we defended them pretty well. Obviously, we started the second half really well, and then having gone 2 goals up, Liverpool come back and showed real character then to just stem the flow. And then when we had that chance to take it, and then we saw the game out at the end. I mean, we're obviously under a lot of pressure at times, but we soaked it up, and it was a massive team effort.
The 2 you got early in that second half, was that almost bonus territory at that time for you, or did you say to your team at half-time, look, if we can go and get one, things would really start to work in our favour now? No,
half-time was about reinforcing the good defensive points, and that we would get a chance, that we would. Didn't think we'd get 3. But I thought we'd get 1, whether that came from a set play or a counter-attack. And players executed the plan very well.
And at 2-2, when Liverpool fight back, are you then thinking, I'll be more than happy to just get 1 point out of this?
Well, there was a long way to go in the game, and this team has been criticised this season for when goals have gone in against them, that they've capitulated. And I saw totally the opposite.
Interesting there from Paul Clement. We've given... And this man has signed for Stoke City. Saido Berahino has just been introduced to the crowd at the Bet365 Stadium. How he needs to get his career back on track. Can he find a new home at Stoke? Not in the matchday squad today, though, against Manchester United. It's Stoke, a game you want to watch. Here's how you do it.